Hello. Now, it may be months until anyone sees this video apart from me, but I had to make this video now because this is huge. It is a momentous occasion. My boy Ollie has bought me this for my 19th birthday, which was exactly 2 weeks ago, and this is the first Lego set I've got for 7, 8 years maybe. Which is very significant to me. I did not expect it to be bought by someone else, and it means a lot. And what he doesn't know as well is that I have the 2005 version of Anakin's Jedi Interceptor. So when I release this video in at least a number of weeks, maybe even months, that's going to be the first thing I rebuild. It will be the 2005. Was it 2007? I don't know. Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, and I'm going to have these two side by side. I'm so excited. This has kick-started a big thing for me, I think. I think this is the first of many. Next is the 501st Battle Pack, and then the 332nd Troopers with the big tank, Corporate Alliance tank. And this is huge. It's huge. Oh, thank you, Ollie.
And here we are. It's only been about 3 weeks since I made that last video. Moved back into this room. It's got lovely lighting. And this is the first thing we're going to build. It's going to kickstart my collection again. I'm so excited. The next thing I'm going to do is 2005 one. But can't get ahead of ourselves. Let's do this one.
The main thing I noticed when I was building this was the sheer amount of new pieces there were. It was like every 1 in 4 pieces I came across, I was like, I do not remember this at all. It just goes to show what an old man I'm becoming.
Ow. Ow. Ow, that really hurt. Ow. Ugh. Nice tea. Ow, that really hurt actually. Hate Lego. It's a nice cup of tea though.
Listen, I know what you're thinking. I agree. Why should you watch me and not any of the other 14 million skinny white boys who are doing exactly the same thing as I'm doing? I need a USP. What's my USP? I'm rating sets. I'm going to rate every single set from the worst to the first. Just like M&R, except why would you watch me instead of M&R? Right? Well, trust me, I'm different. I'm not like other boys.
I've been defeated by a 7+ Lego Star Wars set. I hate Lego. I hate it. Never building another Lego set again. Stupid kid's toy.
Anyway, I need a scale. Right, that's what I need. And I'm not talking M&R's comparison scales, alright? Everyone knows that. I'm going to be unique because I'm rating all different types of sets. I'm going to be rating Bionicles, I'm going to be rating Creator, Technic, all these different types of things. How do you get a rating system which works for everything? Well, I've been thinking, price works for everything. You can do it inflation-based, whatever. Accuracy works for some things, but stuff like design, playability, features, things like that always works with charm. Minifigures, okay, works when there's minifigures involved. A unique one, desirability, alright? Is it the UCS 8080? It's been anticipated since the dawn of time. Practically everyone wants it. Highly desirable. Whereas video, what is video? Why did they make that? I don't know. The hermits in Denmark will forever confuse everyone else that doesn't live in Denmark, isn't a 40-year-old man who works at Lego for a living. Anything with a monorail in it, highly desirable. Luke's Landspeeder, probably not very desirable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a play around with all these things. I'm going to think of a definitive way of rating every single Lego set ever made mathematically. We're going to do it mathematically. We're going to put it in a spreadsheet, and we're going to go from there. So there we are, finished, and I made an embarrassing amount of mistakes there. You probably saw it, but also, yeah, something's gone wrong here. I don't know what I've done, but I've done, something's gone horribly wrong, and I can't open the cockpit, as far as I'm aware. It just feels like I'm going to break it. But we'll have to do some experimenting. There we are. Had a little brainstorm or mindstorm or mind weather event, whatever they're called, and I came up with as many ways of rating sets as I could think of. I knew already that I wanted it to be a 10-point system, so I had a little jiggle around with it, and this is what I came up with. I've done the maths, and I think I've found a system of rating sets which will work. And we're going to try it on this set right here. It's going to be our first set of hundreds of thousands, possibly. Now, our first category, playability, swooshability, and minifigures. Let's start with swooshability. As you can see, put your thumb here, finger there, middle finger there. Perfect swooshability right there. That's what I'm saying. You hold it like this, hold it like this. It's amazing. Playability, you've got some bolts, right? Amazing playability there. You get a spare bolt. I've lost mine, but you do get a spare bolt. There's a place to hold them as well there, and there's even a place to hold the lightsaber there as well. Look at this. You can fold these ones in and out, just as it does the real thing. You do that. Open this, and then that brings us on to minifigures. Now you get two lovely minifigures in this set. You get R2-D2 and Anakin standard. Wouldn't want any more or any less than that. Now you can also spin Anakin's head around to reveal a second face, which is nice. He has a good back printing and a nice amount of leg printing, and he even has a little bit of a waist print. You can't really see that there, the light's not great. And weirdly, this is my first complete R2-D2 figure. Never had one before. Really strange. It's just one of those things. Of course, the robes are Mustafar robes, which is hard to look past, because this set is based before they went to Mustafar. And I know it's a cliche thing. Everyone says it. Ryan says it a lot, but it is a pretty major thing, and I'm gonna have to overall dock a point for that. So it's gonna be 1 out of 2 points for this category of swooshability, playability, and minifigures. Our next category is desirability. Now, personally, I'd say that there's always a desirability for this vehicle. This is probably the most recognisable ship out of Revenge of the Sith. Now, as we know, Revenge of the Sith is the best Star Wars film, without a doubt, and it's possibly the best film there is ever. I'd be willing to hedge my bets for that. Now, there was one in 2014, before that, 2005. I haven't got the figures for how many they sold. I don't know if there have been calls for this to be remade, but I'm willing to say that there's always a desire for this ship, and therefore desirability scores 2 out of 2 points. Our next category is design, aesthetics, and accuracy. Now, look at the design of this thing. I mean, it folds. Obviously, there is some crossover between playability and design, but this opens and it closes, and you push it in and it stays there. Underrated bit, landing gear. The 2005 one has a landing gear, and it was good. It's good for 2005. It's more than most things had back then. But it's a bit finicky. Whereas this one, you just fold it out and it sits on there. It's really nice. It works. It's simple. It's easy. Underrated piece of design there. Now, accuracy. I want you to have a look at the ship from the film. Back to this. Back to the film. Back to this. Can you see it's accurate? I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, is this even a Lego model, or is this a scaled down 1 to 20 scale model? Because
It really is that accurate. The colours, it's flawless. It's a work of art, really. The aesthetics, perfect. It's 2 out of 2 points for this category. Our next category is value. Now, this one was given to me by my friend Ollie, and it cost me £0. So I'd really recommend getting yourself a deal like that, because I'd say this is definitely worth more than £0. At least maybe £25, I'd say. So you know, I can't give it anything but 2 out of 2 points for value, because look at what I got for £0. It's mind-boggling. It's a no-brainer. And that brings us on to our final category of personal opinion. And is it even really a question of what it is at this point? It means so much to me. It was a birthday present from my best friend. It is the first Lego set I've got since 2014, so it really means a lot. And I don't think it's without a doubt one of the best Lego sets of all time, so it has to be 2 out of 2 points for this category. Now that brings us up to a total of 9 out of 10 points that this is scored. But of course, we still have the 2 override points, and I'm going to use one, which brings us to 10 out of 10 points, and I'm sure you'd agree that this is without a doubt one of the best Lego sets of all time. Look at it. It's beautiful. It has everything. It does everything. It's really deserved this place at the top of the leaderboard in our first episode. I mean, it's a coincidence, but look at that. We've only been through 1 out of, maybe 10,000 episodes, and we've already topped the leaderboard. So, yeah, well done. Well done, Lego. They've really outdone themselves here. Yeah, I'm impressed. Let's go add to the leaderboard. This next bit is my male audience. So, 100% of my audience. Because we love a good spreadsheet, us fellas.
I'll explain this better in future episodes, but I think there's a trap new content creators in this community can fall into, which is basically copying a certain Mr. M&R's content and passing it off as their own. So with that in mind, I've decided to piggyback off my favourite content creator. His name is @the.emp1re, and in particular he's ranked while in his opinion the top 100 Lego Star Wars sets of all time and the top 40 playsets, excluding UCS and MBS sets. I have copied these into a spreadsheet to give us another opinion, just to make it a bit more interesting. He also played a game of like fantasy football with a bunch of other small creators, which he won, so I included his winning team too. And Mr. @the.emp1re, if you are watching, this stealing of your content does fall under criticism and review, so you can't sue me. But I'm using your content simply because I respect your judgment, not because I want some clout. Partly because I want some clout. And that brings us on to the final section, the Misery Morley Definitive Set Leaderboard. So here it is, and what a coincidence that the first set we've ever had has topped the leaderboard. It was pretty self-explanatory how it works. Name, Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, numbers, year, rating, and then I have all the different categories of that rating.
So, pretty simple stuff. I put each set into the table as they come, and then order it by rank, and you can order it by any one of those categories, because I did difficult Excel formulating, including set number if you wanted to. I don't know why you would want to order it by set number. Brickset does, but I mean literally no one knows what set numbers mean. And if you're sat there going, oh, I know what set numbers mean, I know some of you will be, turn me off and go outside. But thanks for watching anyway, goodbye.